Checker are bringing you another college football episode. It is our bowl edition. Joe, Alex, how's it going?
Going great. Great to be back with you both. Had a 2-0 start to bowl season last week thanks to a couple of unders coming into port. So maybe not going to mess with what works too much this week. We'll find out, but looking forward to it.
It's kind of hard to bet bowl games, I feel. Like we got teams sitting out, kids going to the transfer portal. It's like a whole mess.
Oh, yeah.
Joe, how about you?
Yeah, I missed last week, but I'm looking forward to getting into some of these bowl games this week. Bowl season is pretty hard to bet with, like you said, with guys sitting out. So I'm looking forward to digging into it.
All right. Well, just so we're all aware, I did hit on Southern Miss last week. So, Joe, you're giving us your first bowl game pick. You were taking on the Liberty. Liberty's taking on Arkansas. What do you got for us?
Well, I think Liberty is taking on Toledo. So Toledo is a team who I have faded pretty much all season. I think they are very overrated in the MAC this season. They have really struggled over the last month plus. They've had a lot of quarterback controversy with injuries with DeQuan Finn and Tucker Gleason. They really have not played that well. And I know Liberty is coming off of an embarrassing loss to New Mexico State, where they lost by 35 plus points as almost 30-point underdogs. It might have been the largest upset win of the season via spread and margin of the entire college football season. But prior to that, their 3 losses were only by a combined 5 points. So they play extremely well in an underdog role. I know Hugh Freeze is leaving. There's not really sure who's going to play quarterback, but I had this lined at more of a pick 'em. So to basically get this at plus 4.5 to where they could lose by a field goal or 4 points, 27-23, and we're still within the number, I think there's a lot of value on Liberty here, as I think these two teams talent-wise are pretty much even, and I think Liberty might even have more talent overall. So I think the Flames are going to keep this one close or maybe even win outright.
Well, as long as you have more value on those Flames and the Calgary Flames, I think we're in good standing. In my defense, when I said Arkansas is playing in the Liberty Bowl. So there we go. They're taking on Kansas.
And they played Liberty a couple weeks ago as well.
They did,
there you go.
Yep.
It happens. Oh, man. Anyways, guys, it is time for Picks of the Week. It's my favorite part of the show. I know it's not Alex's. But with that being said, Alex, you've got a good matchup for us. You are looking at the New Orleans Bowl.
I am. I'm going to NOLA. Love NOLA as well. And it's true, Melissa. The picks of the week have not been kind to me this year. So I'm 35-21 on these videos this year. That's good. We'll take that. But I am sub 500 on picks of the week. So I understand your caution. But I feel good about this one. I feel good about South Alabama minus 4.5, or really anywhere in there where you see that number over the course of the week. Jaguars minus 4.5, though, for South Alabama. I think this is a really good South Alabama team. It's the best one in their history as an FBS program, certainly, and would have probably won the Sun Belt with a couple more points against Troy in a game back in the middle of the season. And Troy wound up winning the conference and 12 games with a really impressive bowl win against UTSA. I think South Alabama is particularly strong on defense. Western Kentucky can score a lot of points, but here's the thing about Western Kentucky in this game. They have big opt-out problems, transfer portal problems, especially on offense against this very good South Bama defense. 2 of their best offensive linemen are not playing in this game. Their left tackle, Gunnar Britton, their center, Rusty Stats, their tight end, Josh Simon, is not playing in this game. One of their top linebackers on the other side of the ball is not playing in this game. These are big pieces for Western Kentucky who just aren't going to be here. And I find it curious that the market has this at 4.5, because I think just probably neutral fielding it with these teams at full strength over the course of the season, I think I'd like South Alabama here by roughly a touchdown. And so I'm surprised that the number is as low as it is. Obviously, the market has some wisdom, and you never know what you might be missing this time of year. But from everything that we can gather about who's going to be on the field for both of these teams in this game, and particularly with South Alabama not having big opt-out transfer portal problems that we can see, I just think that this is a really good value play for South Alabama minus 4.5 points. We'll see if Western Kentucky can find something surprising. But for me, this is about as confident as I could feel in a spread pick in a bowl game, middle of December as I think I could find. So I feel good about it.
Yeah, like we talked about earlier, bowl games are very hard with the transfer portal coming in, players sitting out. It's a tough business.
It's tricky.
But, but with that being said, Joe, me and you are actually on the same side. We have the same pick. We're looking at the Air Force game. Why don't you take it away?
Yeah, I'm going the Alex route, and I'm rolling with an under here.
That was what I was thinking. I was like, let's make Alex proud.
In the Air Force and Baylor matchup. So we all know Air Force, they run the triple option. They don't really throw that much. Every now and then they'll take a shot downfield, but Zeke Daniels is not that good of a passer. They pretty much run it with him and Brad Roberts. They are going to run nearly every play, but Baylor is a Big 12 defense. They have a very stout defense. That's kind of been their identity. It hasn't exactly worked out to the way that they liked it, but Baylor does have an above average defensive unit. And on the other side, the Air Force defense hasn't been as good as it typically is. They do tend to give up a lot of yards, but Baylor has been a very anemic offense, and they're very deliberate. They don't exactly run a lot of tempo. They have a lot of long drives, a lot of long scoring drives, and I just don't think this is going to be a quick stripe type game. Baylor's offense likes to run the ball. They like to get it third and short. They like to keep up with the sticks and the chains. They don't have a lot of explosive plays. And on the other side, Air Force is the exact same way. They want to move the chains, stay ahead of the chains, first down. And then sometimes they'll take a shot, but I don't see either team having a lot of explosive plays here. So I like the under at 46.5, or what the best number you can get on the under in Air Force versus Baylor.
The under for this Air Force game is actually the lowest total. Well, the total in general is just the lowest total for this week's bowl game. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Like you said, your reasons are the same as mine. The pace of play from Air Force, they like to slow the game down. They run the ball a lot. They want to keep the clock moving, keep the ball out of Baylor's hands. So I think we're looking at under here as well. But
I like it a lot. Yeah, I think this is sound rationale by the both of you. And a lot of people get cute sometimes trying to go over the very small totals. There's a reason that those totals are that low. And sometimes I think you just got to
just like the Bills game on Saturday. Mm-hmm. Everyone was running to hit the under, and look what happened. So we will see. The totals are tricky. I don't know how you do it, Alex. You're a wizard.
Well, we do our best. But hopefully another good week for us. I'm confident.
I am too. And we've got more coverage on college football coming next week, Monday, the day after Christmas. It's Boxing Day. I don't know if you guys celebrate.
Obviously.
But until then, for OddsChecker, I'm your host, Melissa, joined by two of the sharpest college football bettors on our site, Alex and Joe. We will see you guys next week, and happy holidays.